you guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see in the title, today we're going to be discussing all things 75 hard. I wanted to give you like a little bit of detail as to like why I'm doing it, what my rules are, and just give you like an overall summary as to what 75 hard is. But this is my first video back for 2025, which is insane. Obviously LA has been a little bit scary the last month or so, if you've seen obviously on the news everything that's been going on. So it's felt a little bit wrong to film, and also just haven't been like in the mood to film as well. As much as I've been keeping up with the challenge of 75 hard, it just didn't feel right to start posting about it. But I love to bring you guys health and wellness motivation, so I'm hoping that we can sort of do that today as we dive into the 75 hard challenge. This morning I actually went for my first spin class for about 6 months, I would say. Honestly, it was so good, but I am in pain. I feel like I have bruised my downstairs area from doing spin class, as if you've done it before you will know that it's a little bit painful for the first time. After that I'm hoping I'm gonna be fine, so I've just done one this week and then I'm hoping to do another one next week and then just get used to it again, because I used to spin all the time, like 3 times a week when I was younger, so I used to love it so much. And before we get into the video, I thought I will quickly show you guys that from this morning. I got a little bit of footage, so I'll just pop that in right here. I look like a beetroot. What? Like, look at me. Okay, and now moving on to the next part of the morning, and I want to actually make some of my chocolate protein overnight oats, and it's all natural protein, so there's no protein powder. Your main protein source will come from yogurt, and honestly it's just like my favorite overnight oats ever. I blend them so the texture of them is kind of like a chocolate mousse, but I quickly need to film that also for a reel, so I'm going to do that now and we can get that going, show you guys my favorite recipe. I'll also pop it down below just so you have it as well. Honestly, you need to make these. I have them every single day, and on the weekend I actually meal prepped just one batch because I thought I'm gonna wake up so sad on Sunday if I don't have my overnight oats. So I thought, let's make this meal prep and then we will dive into all of the 75 hard rules, gossip, everything, how it's going so far in a little bit. We are back in action. I thought I would change back into my cozies. I literally just changed for the video and I have changed back. But I thought I could now give you the run through of 75 hard, basically what it is, what my rules are and why I'm doing it. So I feel like the reason that I want to do 75 hard is because I feel like since moving to LA and moving to America, obviously it's a completely different lifestyle change, everything, but LA is obviously very health and wellness like based and related. However, I feel like with the move being so drastic and moving out here, I honestly feel like I literally have not had a routine since I have moved here, like a solid routine that I have done for like day in day out for months on end, because I feel like I really had that when I was back home. I feel like yes, I've had my mini routines, but nothing feels like it's really like stuck as much as it did when I was back in the UK. I feel like a lot of that as well is weirdly food related, because obviously moving out here I didn't really know where to shop, I didn't know what to buy, there's obviously different brands, all that kind of stuff, and I feel like I really struggled at the start with what my grocery shop would be, where I'd be buying it, what products I was buying, all that kind of stuff, and I feel like I just couldn't for some reason get into a routine. Also when it came to like walking routes and trail routes and gyms and all that kind of stuff, like as to where I would go and get my movement in. So now we've moved into this new apartment and I feel like I have started to sort of form some form of routine because we have a really lovely gym here. Honestly, it's one of the main reasons why I moved into this building. I have my own little room where I can do my workouts in the morning. I just feel like this is a new chapter to build a whole new structure. And so obviously going into the new year, year, I thought I really wanted a big challenge. I feel like a lot of challenges that I've done in the past few years have only been about like 2 weeks long, and yes, I enjoy them, yes, I stick to them, but I feel like after that I just sort of either fall off or just go back to a bit of a like laxed routine. So especially as we've moved to the States, had that adjustment, and now I'm in my new apartment, I feel like I am just ready for a whole new challenge. I feel like obviously we've seen 75 hard has trended heavily on socials, and I feel like that's what got me, and I kind of thought I was a bit behind, in all honesty. I feel like it had come and gone, everyone had done the trend, everyone had done the challenge, and I was sort of quite late to the game in a way. However, I've realized that really isn't the case, and so many girls have started it this year, and I was just so up for it. I feel like 75 days is such a good amount of time to really set a routine, to really set in place what the structure of my day is going to look like, what my morning routine is to a T, and hopefully really set in place what my plan is moving forward. And I'm not gonna lie, I am now like 2 weeks in, 2 and a bit weeks in, and obviously because of everything that's happened the last few weeks in LA, I haven't documented it, but I have been trying to keep up on reels and everything like that and try and bring you along as much as possible. But I really do feel like even just the last 2 weeks, I see such a huge change in my physical and my mental health, and really setting in these habits. And I just know that this was the best decision for me doing this challenge. And I know there's a lot of controversy around it, thinking it's not going to be sustainable, all that kind of stuff. However, I do think that 75 hard is quite a stretch for someone that doesn't work out all the time, doesn't have a healthy diet, and generally just doesn't have healthy habits in place. However, as I already kind of did that stuff anyway, and I already eat healthy majority of the time anyway, I feel like this was something that I could really achieve and that would really benefit me. So yeah, I have been loving it so far. So I thought I'll run you through my rules now. Let's move on to my rules. We've gone over the why, now let's go over what we're doing. So let's have a little look-see. I literally have it on here. I've posted my rules and stuff on Instagram if you wanted to have a look on there, but let's go through it. And also I'll show you the tools of things that I've bought to make this a lot easier. So rule number 1 is drinking 1 gallon of water each day, and that equates to 4 liters. So I purchased this guy. If you can see, it is so cute. I really think it's just so aesthetic as well, but I feel like this is the perfect tool to make sure that I'm drinking enough water. I used to have one like this when I first started my fitness journey, and it was plastic, but I made sure this time to get a glass one because I only recently found out that obviously drinking from plastic, and if it's say you left it in the sun or anything like that, the plastics can go into your water. Alarming. So I got a glass bottle. It's got this little rubber casing on it so it's easy, it doesn't fall or anything. You're not going to smash it, hopefully. I say that, probably jinx myself. I love to have a straw top just because I think it literally makes it so easy. If I'm sat there on my phone editing or just on my phone looking through TikTok, Instagram, I will literally sit there like this. I find it so easy by having the right equipment. So a bottle like this, honestly, you will drink your water at the speed of light. I will link this down below as well. I think I've already got it on my Amazon storefront, but I'll link it for you as well. So 1 gallon of water, 4 liters. The next one is probably the one that you've really heard about with 75 hard, and that is 2 45-minute workouts a day. And for me, I kind of have looked at that as 90 minutes of overall movement. So say I did an at-home workout that was 30 minutes in the morning, and then I've realized, wait, I've got another 60 minutes left. I can break that up into something else. I could break it up into a half-hour walk or an hour walk. I could do like a 15-minute ab session. Honestly, it could be mixing up in so many different ways. My camera is about to die. Let me change you quickly. Okay, we're back. So another example being that today I did a 45-minute spin class, so then I only have another 45 minutes to do. So that's the correct way that 75 hard is sort of explained, is 45 and 45. But like I say, I like to just break it up so there's not too much pressure on each workout. So then this afternoon we'll go and do another walk, which will be another, I think it's gonna be longer than 45 minutes in all honesty, but we'll go and do a huge walk and I'll bring you along for that one. Okay, and then the next one is to follow a healthy and high protein diet. So it can just be a healthy diet, but I have tried to add in the high protein element to it just to make sure that I'm hitting my protein target as much as I can. I'm not being too strict on it, but however, I am making sure that I am obviously just sticking to a healthy diet. No more random visits to the Cheesecake Factory. We can't be doing that. Like, I need to just make sure that I'm locked in and focused for this whole period of time. And I'm also kind of excited because I want to experiment with different meals. I feel like I tend to make the same meal over and over again. And I'm also trying to rope in Cav to see if he will also do it with me. me and like have different meals, different healthy meals, and it just allows me to branch out from my normal recipes. So that is our third one. Okay, so the fourth one is usually you read 10 pages of a like self-help book, something that's non-fiction. However, I have decided to stick to doing my journal instead, because that's also a habit where I feel like some days I would do it and some days I just wouldn't. So I'm trying to make sure that I sit down, I have a moment to just write my gratitude, focus on my goals for the day, and just really put pen to paper and have a little moment where I'm just like focused and doing something for my mental health. So I feel like I've spoken about the 5-minute journal like a million times, and you guys would have seen this a billion times. Like different influencers have it. It's probably been all over your explore page everywhere for so many years now. However, I don't think that many people talk about the fit edition. I don't know if you can see where this one has the little fit edition at the bottom, but it's a different shape as well to the normal 5-minute journal. And the 5-minute journal like intelligent change team were kind enough to send me this one as well, which was so nice because I am just obsessed with my 5-minute journal, always have been, always will be. I just think it's a really easy tool. Again, like saying with the water bottle, just trying to get things that are going to make this process so much easier. And if you are new to journaling, I couldn't recommend a 5-minute journal more. And like I say, the fit edition is just my favorite. It really keeps my mind locked in on the day ahead and like my fitness journey, and just making sure that I sort of stay on track. So an example of the difference of this 5-minute journal as opposed to the normal one, you start each week by setting, like, you can do your meal plan, your fitness plan, you set your intentions for the week. So it'll be like my intention for the week, my fitness goals this week, how will I motivate myself, and yeah, you can write down things that are happening in your week, so whether that's work, and then you write down your meals as well, then a fun little quote, and you dive into the week. So then it'll give you 7 days. So it really helps to keep you accountable, because you have to go through those 7 days or else you'll be like, oh, I've missed a day. It's just silly things like that that really keep me locked in. Then the first question is the same as the normal 5-minute journal, which is I am grateful for, and you do your 3 bullet points. And then there's things I will do for my well-being and health today. That's the next bit that's obviously different from the 5-minute journal, and you write down 3 different things. So that could be going on a walk, that could be making sure I fit in my workout, making sure I drink enough water, and then obviously at the bottom you'll put a mindful affirmation. So yeah, I am journaling as opposed to reading 10 pages. I am making sure that I fit in my journal time. Got a cute pen, obviously got the new journal. I'll link this one as well if I can find it. I think I've got it on Amazon. Yeah, I made a 75 hard folder on Amazon, so I will link that down below and everything will be in there for you. But I love the Fit Edition journal. I feel like it's not spoken about enough. And then another element to this, which people might not want to do, I understand that, but it is to take a progress picture every Monday. And for me, I'm doing a progress video just of all the different sides, you know what I mean, looking forward, side, back, all that stuff, just so I can really see my progress personally. I might not use them, I might not put them out there, I might not put them in any videos, but just for me to see my progress, because obviously at the end of the day, the scale can be misleading when it comes to weight, especially if you're focusing on building muscle. You could be gaining muscle, losing fat, however, you'll look at the scale and think, why am I gaining weight, or why am I staying the same? So I'm making sure to get in those progress pictures and videos as well. So I hope that gave you a good understanding of my rules for 75 hard, why I'm doing it, and hopefully you can take something from this and implement it into your routine, whether you're not doing 75 hard, you are doing 75 hard, just something that will help you. Like I say, the journal was a great thing, the water is a great thing to implement. You don't have to do this challenge. Sometimes it's just about finding little tweaks that can help you on your health and wellness journey. So, okay, sorry that I rambled on for so long there. Now we will go and complete the rest of my movement for the day, and we will go on a really long beach walk. Hope you enjoyed yesterday's little walk at the beach. Honestly, it was like my favorite time ever. I loved it. Going to get a green juice. I love to get a green juice that tastes really bad, and I know that probably sounds really toxic and really stupid, but I just always think the worse it tastes, the better it is for me. So the guy had literally put so much ginger in it. He was like, do you want me to add some ginger? And I was like, yes please. And he put so much ginger in it, I honestly felt like my mouth was going to explode. My lips were on fire. It was so intense, but overall I absolutely loved it. Honestly, it was like the dream drink. And yeah, literally just had the most chilled walk ever. Got in so many steps. I think in the end it was like, was it 14,000 steps? So that was so nice. And I just love finding new walking routes as well. That's also a great thing about doing this challenge. I'm finding so many different forms of movement, and I'm forcing myself to do different types of movement and pushing myself outside my comfort zone. For example, doing the spin class yesterday. And actually, speaking of pushing myself outside of my comfort zone, today we are doing that like times 1,000, because I had the idea where I was like, I want to try different classes, and I've always been really intrigued by boxing. Not for the fighting element, I don't think I would ever do that. I just know that you can get so like snatched and ripped by doing boxing consistently, and it's obviously such an intense form of cardio. So today we are going to be going to a boxing class, and I've actually roped in Holly to come with me because I was like, I need someone to come to this with me. I don't know what I'm doing. It's already scary enough as it is, and I feel like I need the support, and I am nervous, but I think it should be a good workout. I'm going to try and film as much as I can, but obviously as I'm new to the class, I don't want to obviously film people that don't want to be filmed, and I don't want to seem like a weirdo. So I'll just try and get as many snippets as I can, but I'm actually really excited. I'm hoping it's something that I'm going to get into, because I would love to do that once a week as well. If I can do spin once a week, boxing once a week, see what else. We luckily also have pools at my apartment building. That's also another reason why I moved here, because of the pools. And I just received loads of new swimsuits from Speedo, so I'm just like, I need to utilize these. I need to use them. I want to feel like an athlete. So yeah, I feel like this is the new journey of just different forms of movement and different forms of exercise that I'm really excited to step into. Okay, so I feel like I can't stall any longer, and I need to get going, so let's go and do a boxing class. God, no joke, that was so hard. And I feel like it's so tough boxing, because you're trying to focus on like the movements of like 1, 2 legs move. Like it's very much like your legs and your brain, legs and your hands need to be like in sync, but also like working on their own, if that makes any sense. So it was tough, and I felt like we both were really struggling to like get our minds like wrapped around the process of it all, because it is very technical. But I can already tell my arms are dying, and it also doesn't help that I did arms the other day in the gym, so I feel like I am gonna be in pain. I can really see boxing as something that I would do like once a week. I feel like I really enjoyed it, and I feel like I've always loved like arm workouts as it is, but overall yeah, it was really good. And you sweat so much. Like I am a mess right now. My hair is literally soaked. I sat at breakfast and I was like, I need to have my hood up because I am a mess. So boxing is my new favorite thing. And then we always had breakfast, had the yummiest burrito I think I've ever had. I honestly think that was my favorite burrito of all time. It was in competition with the one from Dialogue. I love the one from Dialogue, but I do think that that place was incredible. It's called Attitude, I think it is. Attitude Cafe on 3rd Street, so like on the way to the Grove. But yeah, I might go, what's the time? I might go to the gym now, which I know sounds aggressive, but I might go to the gym because I need to do my extra bit of workouts. And I don't know how long that was, but we sweated so much. Honestly, the guy was trying to talk to us, the trainer, and I was dripping. Moving on. I think I'm gonna go to the gym. Might just do something easy like either steps or incline on the treadmill. Maybe steps. I feel like just to get some more sweat out. Maybe we do steps. Okay, let's wrap this up. I think I need to pick up some packages, but let's go to the gym.